It kind of fell in my lap. I always knew I wanted to do something in regard to music. I never, I guess, being that kid in front of the mirror with the brush in your hand, singing your favorite song, you always want to do that part of it, but the producer thing kind of fell in my lap. Well, different producers. Of course, Timbaland, Quincy Jonz, a cat named Salam Remy. He did a lot of production on Nas's records, and he did a lot of stuff on Jasmine Sullivan. Just anything that catches my ear, man. Not necessarily patterning myself off of one type of producer. See, this is funny because I don't like dropping names, but you asked the question, so I'm gonna answer. I've worked with the Yin Yang Twins. I worked with Ludacris, Sierra, Flo Rida, Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child, Avant, R. Kelly. Right off the top, those names come to mind. The first major project that I was on was a project called Hypnofunk. And Hypnofunk was it was like a jazz fusion type record with this guy named Sonny Emery. And he was a drummer for Earth, Wind & Fire. And Maurice White, for those of y'all have any idea who that is, it's an old school name. He was like the founder of the group Earth, Wind & Fire. That was my first recording experience. And I learned a lot from that. And from there on, I kind of knew what I wanted to do. It was kind of a fish out of water thing, because it's one of those things where you always dream about it or you always think about it, but then when you're actually in it, it's like, oh man, how do I, what do I need to do? Did I mess this up? Did I mess this up? But now the studio is like a second home to me. It's kind of a tricky question because it changes, but then it doesn't change. It changes because of the economy. It changes because a lot of record companies have folded. A lot of new record companies have started. It's still a hustle. It's a constant hustle. I think there are a lot more opportunities for quote-unquote unknown producers like myself. There's a lot of musical equipment that a lot of creative people have access to, as opposed to maybe 10 or 15 years ago where you had to go to that big studio.